We all welcome you to today's webinar titled Engineering Without Borders, Build a Global Career, which will be conducted by Professor Ajay Batish. Professor Batish is the Pro Vice Chancellor and the Chief Academic Officer at Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology. We are also joined by Dean and Associate Deans of Academics, the Deputy Registrar Academics, the Dean and Associate Deans of Student Affairs, and the team of Center of Industrial Liaison and Placements. The flow for today's webinar will be that Professor Batish will present for the first 15 to 20 minutes, which will be followed by student queries with regard to the presentation. After that, Dr. Hunish Bansal, who is the Deputy Registrar Academics, will be taking the Q&A session. Over to you, Professor Batish.
Thank you, Simran. Good evening, everybody. As Simran has already introduced me, my name is Ajay Batish. I'm the Pro Vice Chancellor of the university and the Chief Academic Officer and also a Professor of Mechanical Engineering. Somebody's writing voice is low. Can you all hear me well? Simran, can you hear me very well?
Yes, sir. It's fine at my end.
Okay, no problem. Then I will go on because it may be some problem somewhere. Voice is fine, so I can read through everybody. So let me come to give you a brief overview of Thapar Institute and also give you a quick idea of the international programs that we run. At this point in time, this webinar is primarily focused at the international engineering programs that we offer in collaboration with some of our partners. So I'm going to take you through that admission process, how are we going to admit those students, right? So give me a few seconds to open up my presentation. I'm very happy to see Urmi Mehta also on the panelist. She is our Chief Industry Engagement Officer and also the Head of Placement. So welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Can you see my screen, please? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So welcome to Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology. And we go back to 1956. This year we celebrated 70 years of our formation. We started as a college in 1956, became a university in 1985. We were amongst the first few deemed universities in the country formed by an act of parliament. For the first 50 years of our existence, we offered primarily only engineering programs. And the first foray outside engineering was a management program in 2007 in our Patiala campus. We started another campus in a place near Chandigarh called Dera Basi, where we have our management school, which started in 2013. We have now expanded our programs in the form of offering liberal arts education, which started in 2020. Another milestone that you see on this slide is the formation of a NVIDIA partnered AI school, which is the first of its kind in India program. So this is a very quick history of our programs. If you are interested in rankings and accreditations, we have the best of all. We have an A++ accreditation from National Assessment and Accreditation Council of Government of India. There are 1,200 plus universities across the country, and we are amongst the top 4% universities in this category. So NAC A++, that's the best rating you can get with the National Assessment and Accreditation Council. If you are interested in rankings, one of the prominent rankings which everybody refers to year after year is the NIRF, done by the Ministry of Education, and we were ranked 26th last year out of close to 1,200 plus universities across the country. And our rank has been between 15 and 25 all through since all these rankings were carried out by the Ministry of Education. All our eligible engineering programs are accredited by National Board of Accreditation, which is a Washington Accord signatory. And some of our eligible engineering programs also have the US accreditation, which is similar to NBA, but is valid in the US, which is called the Engineering Accreditation Commission of IBET. So we have all these accreditations. Just to give you an overview, we have at this point in time about 16,000 plus students who live on this campus, 850 plus faculty, and 60,000 plus alumni worldwide. So this is overall at this point in time, we have a 250-acre campus in Patiala. We have another 27 acres campus, which is the management school in Derabasi. And we have proposals to expand and form other campuses. At this time, we are deliberating to set up something in the NCR region and also the south of India. Just to let's go back of how your last few years have been. I know you have all been studying for your JEE and 10+2, and it has been very, very stressful 4 years of study where you went to school, had a lot of tuitions, and did homework, and there was really no time to play music, tinker. Now, all these things were, have kind of possibly not given you a broader perspective of what a student life would look like. Now, when you typically in more or most other engineering colleges where you go to, in most of them, when you get into the first year, what you will see is that the first year consists of math and more maths, physics and chemistry. Now, you sometimes start to wonder that all your 4 years of from eighth onwards you were focusing on maths, physics and chemistry and what all, and when you come into an engineering college you thought possibly you gotten rid of some of these subjects, but then you will find more maths and more physics and more chemistry. Now, why these are very essential to form a strong foundation for engineering, but what is the but is that students start to feel that where is the engineering component going to come in? Now that's where we actually did something special, which we won't find in other institution, and I'm going to come to it a little while. So how have been your routine until now? Your many of the courses that you studied at most places were rote learning. The courses were very prescriptive. So some curriculum was defined, the content was already known to you, the classroom teaching followed a very standard textbooks. And the main challenge in all the exams that you did until now was to remember the formulas and then use them for calculations. And for you, the teacher has always been like a sage on the stage, who is the repository of all the who thought that he or she is the repository of all the knowledge in the world. And the rote loop looks something like this. So you prepared for an exam, you learned something, you wrote an exam, then you again forgot it, then you prepared again, learned again, wrote another exam, and that's a loop which continued. So the learning has been such that you prepared, you remember it for 2 3 weeks, you write a good exam, get some good marks, but the next time when you have to write another exam, you've forgotten everything. So you have to redo the whole. So this is what we call as a rote loop. That's what we possibly followed until till now. So what has this resulted in our education system? There is very little practical hands-on skill. Many of you possibly really did not go to a proper lab, and most of the time was trying to solve problems to get a better score in JEE. So practical hands-on skill are either missing or very little. The real-world problems were never really discussed. There have been no opportunity to test your communication skills, especially in the 11th and the 12th, because it was more or less like an individual study. Similarly, the teamwork skills were completely lacking. And of course, nothing on the student leadership. Now you can see this little cartoon here where you're actually trying to fix these two railway tracks, and this is what they resulted in when the teamwork did not happen. With all these problems that you possibly seen at many, many places, I'm not saying everywhere, but at most places, what would Thapar offer you? When you enter Thapar, you will see an experiential education. a project-led education, a curriculum which has been harmonized with the best in the world, research which is cutting edge, application oriented, which teachers bring it to the classrooms to motivate all of you to think differently. And a lot of learning is self-directed, which means teacher is not now the repository of all the knowledge. In today's day and world, you don't really need that kind of, you need a teacher who is a guide on the side rather than a sage on the stage. So this is what you will start to notice when you get into a Thapar shaped education when you study here. Now, so how are the students at TIIT? Your fellow students, they're extremely bright students who are studying at Thapar. Thapar alumni, they have had very impactful careers. Now, if you ask Urmi, who's our Chief Industry Engagement Officer, and we all of us, we travel to several corporate, corporations all across India and globally. And what we realize is very unlikely that you walk into a top corporation and you don't walk into and meet a Thaparian sitting at a leadership position. Now, that's the kind of impactful careers our students had. The success stories all around us now. I can keep talking about many of those, but in the interest of time, if you go through it, you'll find hundreds of people who have done so well in their lives and can possibly handhold you into your careers when you start working with them. And the students have it all what it takes to be a good engineer. Now, that's the opportunity that we provide on the campus. When I mentioned to you that in most of the places you do more maths, more physics, and more chemistry, now I'm not saying we will not do maths, physics, and chemistry. We will also do, but we will also make you feel like engineers from day one. So what happens in the very first year itself is we have some projects on experiential education. The idea here is not to make you an expert on the very first day or the very first semester of your study. The idea here is to start building your engineering vocabulary from very first few weeks itself. Now, if you go back to your childhood, when you were 4 years, 5 years, 6 years old, what happened? Every day you learned a few words. In a few years' time, you were able to make a full sentence and communicate with the world. Now, that's what we call as vocabulary. That's how we communicate with the rest of the world. Now, when you walk into an engineering college like Thapar, we will start building your engineering vocabulary from day one. You may not understand the meaning of the entire, the whole thing on the very first day. But as you go through your courses over the next 4 years, this vocabulary which you have started to accumulate from the first semester itself, you will start to understand them by the time you have graduated. So first year students get to know their classmates while practicing teamwork and problem solving skills. That's what I say as engineers from day one at Thapar. So it's the most opportune time to study at Thapar Institute. Why I would say that? Uh, it has the most iconic buildings in this region. And when I make this claim, I'm also inviting you over because if you look, we have an open day in the month of June and July, and you will see it very soon. I think 13th or 14th June, we are inviting students to come over and have a look. The best infrastructure in this region is at Thapar. The curriculum is the most modern. Now we have partnerships because I'm going to talk about our international partnerships. The curriculum has come from the best in the world. The labs are extremely modern with the state-of-the-art facilities available in them. We train our teachers regularly, both for pedagogy as well as for tech stuff. And of course, we very proudly claim excellent placements and internship opportunities for every student. And of course, this international partnership was nothing but an icing on the cake. Uh, you can see this experiential learning center, which I just mentioned to you. We built it in collaboration with the University of Waterloo a couple of years ago. And I'm not going to go into details of what projects you do, but I can give you one example. Now, if you are actually a mechanical engineer, in the very first year, first semester itself, they will hand over an engine to a group of 4 students and say, please rip apart this engine. Just open it. So we'll give you all the tools. We'll give you all these, help that you need. And I've seen students so intensively engaged in doing this exercise, not knowing anything at the moment, but opening up and dissecting the whole engine. And then 2 hours later, we will ask them to reassemble the engine. Now, I'm not saying in 4 or 5 hours they will become an expert, but that engineering vocabulary, which I just mentioned to you, that will start to build from the day zero on Thapar campus. Now, that's the advantage of Thapar Institute. Now, I just to give you a glimpse of this is the kind of industrial grade equipment we have, right? We don't invest into lab-like equipments anymore. All the equipment that we have on the campus is industry grade, which means whatever industry is using to manufacture a part or to run something. If you look at our computing infrastructure, if you look at our manufacturing infrastructure or civil engineering infrastructure or electrical, you name the program, the equipment in the lab will nothing be short of what you will possibly might see in industry. That great. Now you can see all these facilities that we have on the campus. We'll be very happy to showcase it to you when you are visiting us next month. These are some of the facilities, right? So if you are especially interested in the options that you might have in many programs, if you're wanting to go into IT areas, which many students are, you can see we offer these specializations with NVIDIA in conversational AI and robotics and edge AI. With Future First, which is primarily focused on, which is a financial derivatives course, with Thrive DX, which is an Israel information and cybersecurity specialization, with Zevia, which is a full stack specialization, with EC Council, again, a cyber forensics and ethical hacking, and with Volvo, it's intelligent transport. And there are also some we have developed ourselves, which is like high performance computing, animation and gaming, maths and computing, and data science. Now, you can, irrespective of what courses you study, what program you study, many of these options will be available to you in year 3 and year 4 to specialize in. I mentioned to you briefly about the NVIDIA AI University program. We were the first one where NVIDIA set up India's first AI university program. Now, we have invested into 20 DGX systems, which are A100s, H100s, H200s. Now, you might be not familiar with this terminology, but this is an extremely high quality computational power and high speed GPUs, which we have invested into, spent about 80 crores in building this last year, just to make sure that you are AI ready. Now, we believe AI has majorly impacted every aspect of life, and any student, irrespective of what program they study, must be made familiar and have working knowledge of using AI in whatever they wish to undertake or study. So at this point in time, we have made sure that every student who graduates from Thapar will study at least 9 microcredits of AI courses before graduating from Thapar Institute. And that only is not for computer science, it is for every program. So we have a bespoke taught program in AI. We have AI elective stream. The literate program is for those who may not have computer science or engineering as their normal program. Somebody studying a sociology program or a history program will also be required to pick up this literate program in the AI. And of course, there is a very happening research happening in this area, in very cutting edge areas. And we have a center of excellence for AI, and there is a whole lot of startup support. So all this is given. Let me now come to our international collaborations and the programs that we offer. At this point in time, we work very closely with Virginia Tech, University of New South Wales, University of Queensland, Trinity College Dublin, George Mason University, University of Groningen, Tel Aviv University, and Aston University. And we do a lot of things with them. For example, in the area of research, it could be joint research, which we do with almost everybody, postdocs, which is the postdoctoral fellowships, centers of excellence, with student exchange, faculty exchange. So these are the programs I'm going to talk about in the next 10 minutes. Then teaching and learning, and of course, student experience. Just to let you know, this 60 students at Thapar Institute built this satellite. And very soon, in 2-3 months' time, you will possibly see this going in the space from ISRO, right? We spent 5 crore rupees in the last 3 years to build this satellite, and it's just waiting now last few parts, which is a battery system and some solar panels which are coming in. And this has already been shipped out of the campus. A ground station has been set up to monitor pollution across our region. So this has been developed by students of Thapar Institute, right? So we have a venture lab on campus, which means if you have a good startup idea, we'll be very, very happy to support you. This is one picture of an iconic building, a great infrastructure that if you want to ideate, if you have something which comes to your mind and you want to go and sit there and think about it and do it yourself and make a prototype, you can go to this place. They will support you with funding, they will support you with space, they will support you with mentoring. They will also might provide you additional funds through an angel investors. They might get you mentors. All this is available in our venture lab for students who have innovative ideas and want to do something on their own. Um, the infrastructure, as I just mentioned to you, is world class. We have it, as I mentioned to you, 250 acres in Patiala, 26 acres here. We have God knows how many classrooms, maybe possibly 160 classrooms in Patiala, which are completely ICT enabled. Seminar rooms, audis, and open air theaters, labs, and everything is on campus. If you look at our sports facilities, the world's the India's best sports facilities now outside of an NIS or something you will see here. So you will see a synthetic track, 400 meters, basketball courts, tennis courts. You name a outdoor sport, you will find on the campus. We also have a shopping complex on the campus called COS, where your daily stuff you don't have to go out of the campus. The campus is completely residential, which means at this point in time, some 12,500 students live on the campus itself in an infrastructure which is world class. I'm not even saying it is the best in the region, it is world class. You can see some more pictures of the facilities that we have. Just look at a glimpse of this library. Look at this architecture. It is so inviting that students line up outside this building just to sit there so that because the academic environment inside the library is so great and so beautiful that everybody wants to come in. We built this library a few years ago. We are under a lot of pressure now to build another library of this kind so that we can accommodate more and more students who want to come and sit here and study. You can see this is another picture of the library taken from another angle. These are some of your hostels. You can see the quality of the hostels where you possibly would be living in. We have got 17 hostels on campus. And I just mentioned to you, girls and boys, uh, dedicated to girls, some to boys. Over 12,000 plus students live on these hostels. These are like some pictures of teaching blocks. This is a park right in the heart of the campus where you can, this is the lung space of the campus. So as I mentioned to you, that because everybody lives on the campus here, this builds relationships outside the classroom. It creates a strong support system for students, and there is a plethora of social activities. We got some 60 plus societies functional on the campus, which conduct activities of all kinds. So depending on your hobby, depending on your interest, you can join any of these societies and engage in those in your free time or the evening time. So it's a great place to be in. So let me now come to some of the programs that we offer in a joint mode. Our oldest program has been with Trinity College Dublin. It's a 2+2 program and a 2+2+1 program. Now, what is meant by a 2+2 program? What is meant by a 2+2? Let me start to tell you about Trinity. Trinity was established in 1592 by Queen Elizabeth. I don't know which number, but the Queen of UK. She set up this university 500 years ago, or like 400 and some years ago. It's the topmost university in Ireland, ranked in the top 100 in the world, and is known for its research-led teaching. Actually, our first set of innovation in curriculum actually started with Trinity College Dublin. We have a relationship with two schools there, the School of Computer Science and Statistics and the School of Engineering. If the program there is that you study 2 years at Thapar and 2 years at Trinity College Dublin, year 1 and year 2 at Thapar, and year 3 and year 4 at Trinity College. The minimum requirement of CGPA at the end of 2 years is 7. So if you meet all the academic requirements, that means you've cleared all your courses, and you have a CGPA of 7 or more, you are eligible to a straight transfer to Trinity College Dublin. At the end of 2 years, you will get 2 degrees. You'll get a degree from Trinity College. You will also get a degree from Thapar Institute. If you wish, you can spend an additional year, and a qualified student can apply to pursue a master's qualification by doing one more year at Thapar. So that's why I said 2 + 2 + 1. But that the +1 is an optional, thing with the students. If you wish to do a master's program alongside, you can at Trinity College Dublin. It is one of the best programs that we offer. At this point in time, close to 300 students would have possibly gone to Trinity College in the last 12, 13 years. So it's a great program, and one of the most sought after ones too. We offer computer engineering here, electronics and computer engineering, electronics engineering, mechanical engineering, and civil engineering under this program. So if I have to now come to the fee structure, the fee structure will be common to all partnership programs. When you look at the year 1 and year 2 fee, it is 1.5 times our normal fee. So whatever is the Thapar fee, the international program fee is 1.5 times in year 1 and year 2. Hostel fees remain the same for every student, irrespective of which program you are studying in, but the tuition and the development fee that we charge, which is the academic fee, that is 1.5 times the normal fee. Then when you go to transfer to to say in this case Trinity College Dublin or any other partner university, then you have to pay their international fee. I have done, now you can go to their website. We have provided those links. You can go to their site and check how much is the fee in year 3 and year 4. And I have done some kind of a broad analysis of how much it would cost you as a normal student when you go and study abroad. In the year 3 and year 4, typically, the cost would be close to 23 to 24,000 euros, right? And in per year, right? So it is like almost about 50,000 euros for 2 years of study. And with today's rate of 105 or 107 for euro, this will cost you straight away about 50 lakhs, right? And then, of course, there's living expenses. That all depends on you. So my gut feeling is that if you study at any of these international programs, the cost of studying abroad would be close to 70 to 75 lakhs, including your living and tuition fee, right? The other program that we have is the University of Queensland in Brisbane in Australia. Here, we offer civil engineering, computer engineering, electronics, and it's a civil computer, electronics and communication, electronics and computer engineering, and mechanical engineering. I just wanted to clarify here that the computer engineering program is at Thapar. When the students transfer to Queensland, it is called software engineering with a specialization in computer science. So this is the 5 programs that we offer with the University of Queensland. Here also, the CGPA requirement is 7 at the end of second year for transfer. In Trinity, there is no English requirement test because they have given us a waiver. But for Australian universities, it's a visa requirement of doing an IELTS with a score of 6.5 overall with no subtest below 6. The tuition fee remains the same, 1.5 times the standard tuition TIT fee in the first 2 years, and a UQ fee, which you can find on their website. I give you a kind of, a ballpark figure of about 70, 75 lakhs that every university will cost you. Then we have other program we have with the University of New South Wales in Sydney, in Australia again. This is both Queensland and New South Wales are in the top 100 ranked universities across the globe. Even Trinity College Dublin. Now, if you look at our partnerships, they are with the best in the world. So here we have civil engineering, computer engineering, electronics and communication engineering, electronics and computer engineering, mechanical, mechatronics, and chemical engineering. The minimum CGPA requirement to transfer to UNSW is 7.5. It's not 7. In the other 2 cases, it was 7. Here it is 7.5 at the end of semester 3, because you have to process your papers at the end of 1.5 years, and it takes about 5-6 months for you to be able to get all your paperwork done. So you get a Bachelor's of Honors degree by UNSW on completion of UNSW requirements. The fee structure remains the same. Here also there is a English language requirement of 6.5 in IELTS with no subtest below 6. Uh, these are additionally one slide I've been forgotten to put here is the on the Aston University Birmingham. This is our latest relationship. We signed the agreement with them earlier this year, and we are expecting to send students in the computer science and other programs at Aston University in Birmingham in the UK. Now it's again a 2+2 program. You study 2 years here and then 2 years at Aston, and you get a degree from Aston University, Birmingham. They offer three programs: electrical and electronics, electrical engineering, electronics engineering, then electronic engineering and computer science, and artificial intelligence. So these are the three programs which are on offer with Aston University. The fee requirements remain the same, just like every other partner university. I have to now give you something which is very useful for you to make a decision on whether you want to take these international engineering programs or not. Now, we have a concept of a main branch and a parent branch in the case of international programs. Now, please do remember, because these programs are very expensive, not everybody is able to afford it. So what happens is, while the cutoff for our normal Thapar Institute program, say in computer engineering, could be say 90 percentile. I'm just taking an example, hypothetical example. Suppose our cutoff is last student admitted in computer engineering, say for example, 90 percentile in our regular program. In the international program, this can come down to even 78, 75 percentile. Now, what does it mean? Some students will possibly get in the international engineering program at a lower percentile score compared to our regular students who are studying all 4 years at Thapar. Now, we have really no problem if you go after 2 years, then you continue to study in computer engineering, both 2 years here and 2 years at the partner university. But in the past, there have been occasions when some students decide not to go. Now, we are okay with it. Sometimes your circumstances change, things may change, your financial conditions may change, something will change. And just in case you decide not to go at the end of 2 years, then you will have to transfer to a branch which you would have normally got as per your current JE score. So we will let you know that on the last day of counseling at Thapar Institute on 2026, we will tell you that at your score, what are the options you had. This is what we call as the parent branch. So in case the parent branch becomes applicable if you decide not to go. So if you don't go, then whatever options are provided to you in the parent branch, you will have to pick up one of those, which means it is quite likely your branch may change if you decide not to go. So you have to be prepared for it. We will give you a letter saying that after the end of counselings this year, that at your score, these are the options you have. So in case you don't go, you will have to pick up one of those options. Other than the 2+2 programs, we also have some credit transfer programs, which is like, for example, a 3+2 program, which means you study 3 years at Thapar and 2 years at Virginia Tech in the USA in the mechanical engineering program. We give the undergraduate degree, they give the postgraduate degree. Same thing applies to a 3+2 program with George Mason in Fairfax, Virginia in the USA. Again, same, you study 3 years at Thapar, 2 years at George Mason, you get undergraduate degree from us and a postgraduate degree from George Mason. Similar program of 3+2 with KTH Sweden, again a top university in mechanical engineering, 3 years here and 2 years with KTH. They give the graduate degree, we give the undergraduate degree. A 3.5+2 with University of Queensland in all eligible programs. You study 3.5 years with us, 2 years at Queensland, we give the undergraduate and they give you the graduate degree. A 3+2 program with Tel Aviv University in biotechnology. Now here it's again 3 years with us, 2 years with Tel Aviv to get a biotechnology graduate degree. Then with Aston, we also have progression agreement. You can finish your 4 years and go for 1 year to Aston to do your master's in a seamless form. right? So this option is also available at Thapar Institute. So this is what we do, the accelerated master's program. We call this as an accelerated master's program. So in case you want to take a UG degree from Thapar and a graduate degree from one of our partners, you have these options. For in biotechnology, you can go to Tel Aviv. In computer, you can go to George Mason or University of Queensland. In same way, the electronics and communication. In mechanical engineering, you can go to Queensland. You can go to Virginia Tech. You can go to KTH, and so on and so forth. So these are some of the options that you have. So this finishes my presentation, and I'll be very happy to take some questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the insightful presentation. We will now move to the student interaction segment. Participants who have any questions pertaining to today's webinar and presentation are requested to please raise the hand feature. We also request participants to keep their questions brief so that we can accommodate more queries during.
Simran, I would suggest that I will actually pick up some people randomly and
Sure, sir.
ask them to ask questions. So let me
Yes.
first start with Keshav Sharao. Keshav, I permit you to talk. Say some. What do you want to say?
नमस्कार सर.
हाँ जी बताइए सर.
Sir, actually, I was keen about that I got 70 percentile in my JEE mains. Is there any chance in getting 2+2 admission in ECE or CSC
Very good
field?
chance.
Okay, sir. And actually, I have scored my 84% in my 12th grade.
You will most likely you will get it.
So what will be the procedure to?
So this procedure now I'm telling for everybody. Our first list is going to come very soon, maybe tomorrow, day after, I don't know, but very soon our first counseling regular list is going to come. Once the regular list comes in, after 3 or 4 days, we will send out an emailer to everybody that we are going to do an counseling, which is on Zoom, right? So we'll send you an online Zoom link, and we will then I invite you, give you times. If you have such and such score, you come at that point in time. Join the Zoom link. We will offer you whatever is you will able to see what branches are available at any given point of time. Then you can accept. When you say I accept, we will send you an admission letter. We'll give you then 3 or 4 days to deposit your fee, and your admission is then confirmed. This is what we normally do. So wait for our first list, regular list, to come out in this week, sometime, and to tomorrow or day after. And a few days later, maybe a week later, you will get an email from us saying that now we invite you to come and join our international engineering program. So this is how we are going to do it. So you'll get an email regarding this very soon with the Zoom link.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, good. I think this is useful for everybody. Let me pick up some girl student now. Shifali Tayal. Shifali.
Thapar markets University of Toledo for the programs, but you did not mention it here.
I didn't mention it here because we still have a program going with them. But are you interested in that program?
We're interested in the US universities, so like Virginia Tech and University of Toledo you talked about.
And I tell you what has happened, because there has been a lot of uncertainty with the US universities. So although we still have the relationship going with the University of Toledo, but there are only two options you have there. One is what you call as a bioengineering, which is studying biomedical here and bioengineering at University of Toledo. The second option is to do a computer science program, right? So what are you interested in?
Computer science.
Computer science. If there is a large enough, please remember the University of Toledo asks us to do some very special courses. If the class size is too small, it becomes uneconomical for me to run it. So what has happened is that a lot of students who are wanting to take biomedical, but very few want to do computer science in Toledo. Computer science, everybody wants to go to Trinity or UNSW or UQ or something. So if there is enough, I would say, group size, cohort size, I'll be very happy to admit, right? So you wait for it. I haven't really made a decision on that.
All right.
Right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Akshita. Akshita? Please unmute yourself, Akshita. Okay. Soumya Khandelwal.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, actually, I have attended the last webinar of Thapar also, but I had some queries left from that webinar. So, can I ask them here? They are related to counseling procedure.
Please go ahead.
So, sir, I wanted to ask I am waiting for JOSA counseling also, and the Thapar counseling is starting from tomorrow only.
Yeah.
So, I think I may get a seat in the first round itself because I am having
Very good.
96.14 percentile in my J mains.
Hmm.
So how can I wait? They are asking for fees deposition on till 25th May, and
Yeah.
JOSA counseling will start from 2nd June.
Yeah.
So I have to deposit the fees, or you can wait
You have to deposit the fee, Soumya, but I can only tell you on Thapar's behalf. We will give you a date, and by that date, if you withdraw, which will be like, I think it will be end of July or maybe middle of August. I don't know which date it is, but some date which is very far away still, at least 2.5 months. If you decide to withdraw, we return accept 1,000 rupees in 1 week time, year after year.
Okay,
Right?
sir,
So if you are also interested in JOSA and you finally decide not to stay with us and take an IT or something, I will wish you very best and make sure that you get your money refunded in a week's time.
and sir,
But
are
to
there
retain a seat
scholarships
here, you will
also?
have to pay the fee. Is that fine?
Sir, are there some scholarships also? Like I got 90 plus in my boards and 96 in my mains.
You stand a very good chance of getting a scholarship. Very good chance. Of course, we have limited scholarships, but this scholarship with your score, you stand a good chance. But I can't promise you because they are numbered and they are given based on top merit, right? So I don't know how many above you are there in the group or not. So I have no idea, but you stand a good chance.
So, sir, if I get a seat in Thapar and I confirm my admission, so can we visit the campus before finalizing it, like my parents?
You can come on Monday if you want, as early. We are happy to host any day you. And I'm telling this to everybody, right? If you want to come to Thapar Institute, visit us. Please book a slot. Mr. Umeshwar is sitting here. He'll be very happy to assist you. We are anyway going to do 2 open days. One is in June, one is in July. Days will be announced, and we are going to invite you over in a formal way to come and have a look at the campus. And I can promise you, Soumya, if you visit the campus, you will not want to go to any NIT. I can tell you that much.
Okay. Thank you
That
so much.
much I know about our campus and other places.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Mahir Manham. Akshita. Who is Akshita? Where is Akshita? Akshita, I can't see her, right? Anyway, she'll possibly be. Vinay Khanda. Vinay?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. My question is that what is the benefit of going to any such international program?
Benefit? International. See, I will again give you a very generalized answer, but it applies to everybody. Now, let me tell you something. Today's students, you are like 17 years old, 18 years old now, right? And are you the student or parent?
Sir, I am a student.
Binayak. So, how long do you think you will work? Until the age of 75, possibly these days in a corporation?
Yes, sir. Maybe.
That means you have 50 years of work life plus, right?
Yes, sir.
50 years career. Now, if you want to go to the top of an organization, how frequently you would possibly change your job?
After 7 years,
Seven,
maybe
8 years.
8 years.
That means in a 50 years career, you will possibly change 7, 8 jobs.
Yes, sir.
Possibly, maybe more, but at least that many.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever thought about that when you actually submit your CV to somebody, in a global organization, what is the first thing they look at?
Sir, the institution.
That answers your question.
Okay, sir.
Right? I hope that answered your question. You answered it yourself, right? So where you went to study matters a lot with. So if you're going to work in India, and if you tell you went to Thapar, people will look at you differently from somebody who studied at it other place. I'm not going to name anybody, right? So that's the legacy of the institution. Right? So if you have to work globally, want to go on the top of an organization, then sometimes where you see, have you ever met somebody who has studied at IITs or say Harvard or Stanford? Even if you don't ask them, in the first few sentences, they will tell you, I went to Stanford. Why? Because they know the legacy matters, right? That could possibly be one answer to your question. Okay. Any other question you have? Let me now ask Karanbir Singh. Karanbir? बोलो
Yes,
बेटा
sir.
हाँ बच्चे बोलो
Sir, my question is that case मैं अगले राउंड्स में सर मैं अपनी प्रेफरेंस फीलिंग चेंज कर सकता हूँ क्या?
preference change. Umeshwar, do you know the answer to this question?
Yes, so currently the first round of counselings to make any changes was 11th May. So for the future rounds, if you want to make any changes to your application form, you will be able to do so from 22nd May onwards.
ठीक है सर.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
And let me go to a mother, possibly, Usha Agarwal.
Hello.
Am I right that you are a mother?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because
Hello.
yeah, tell me, madam.
हाँ सर, मुझे पूछना था कि मेरे बेटे की जे मेंस में 90% आइल है, तो सर उसको सीएससी कोर में ही जाना है, मतलब उसको कोडिंग में इंटरेस्ट है, तो बाकी ब्रांच वो नहीं लेना चाह रहा, तो थापर में उसको सीएससी 90% आइल में मिल सकती है क्या?
आप पंजाब से हो क्या आउटसाइड पंजाब से हो?
नहीं सर, हम राजस्थान से हैं.
राजस्थान से हैं मैडम. यू विल हैव टू वेट अंटिल, मुझे नहीं लगता कि फर्स्ट राउंड में मिले, लेकिन इफ यू कीप पेशेंस यू माइट गेट इट.
लास्ट राउंड तक लग रहा है कि मिल सकता है सीएससी को.
सीएससी मतलब सीओई सीएससी सब एक ही ब्रैकेट में रखता हूँ, तो आप पर उसको भी आप आउट मत करना. लास्ट अगर आपको अपनी ब्रांच नहीं मिली तो आप बिफोर द लास्ट डेट आप विड्रॉ कर लेना, ठीक है? अगर आपको वही करना है सिर्फ. लेकिन
फीस पे करनी पड़ती है क्या लास्ट राउंड से पहले?
अगर आपको सिस्टम से आउट नहीं होना है तो फीस पे करनी पड़ती है.
सर फीस रिफंडेबल होती है क्या सर?
मैंने बता दिया आपको कि शायद 15 अगस्त, किस डेट तक उमेश्वर, कब तक है?
Till 15 July we have given the date. बाकी we follow the AICT guidelines. So as soon
अभी
as
AICT गाइडलाइन आई नहीं है, अभी उन्होंने 15 जुलाई दे रखी है. अगर 15 जुलाई से पहले आप विड्रॉ करोगे, 1000 रुपया छोड़ के सब कुछ वापस मिल जाता.
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू सर.
ठीक है मैडम. ओके.
Sir, we have one question which is really fascinating by Akshita.
बोलो.
Her question is that we have collaborated with NVIDIA and we have data science programs. So how it can benefit a student in their curriculum, research opportunities, or the industry exposure? Like how it can keep us aside from the other different universities?
ओके. तो बेटा मैं इसका आंसर ना, इसका भी स्टोरी सुना के ही दूंगा, राइट? तो you know when 1950s 60s में क्या होता था? Let me tell you something. Then if you say an X amount of knowledge is known today, how long do you think it used to take to double the knowledge? Suppose the knowledge known today is X in say 1950. How long would it take to double? It was typically said it takes about 25 years to double the knowledge, which means to become 2x, it'll take 25 years. Do you think how long does it take to double the knowledge these days? It is 25 days, right? No, you can say 25, 30, I don't know. Is that in that vicinity, the ballpark? Now, when the knowledge is changing so quickly, right? That means whatever you studied, say, a year ago, especially in the IT programs, may not remain relevant in a year from now, or maybe 2 years from now. Now, when that is the kind of situation, to remain relevant, you will have to have tie-ups with global companies like Nvidia. Now, Nvidia has a market cap which is larger than India's GDP. You know that. So, and they come out with such cutting-edge technologies and softwares and systems that if you have to keep pace with what's going on with the industry, you will have to build those tie-ups. So that's how Nvidia is helping us, especially for our IT programs. Yes, please. Himanshu Rastogi. Himanshu?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, I wanted to ask that if I have applied for a particular stream in BTech and after 2 years I decide that we take a call that we want to change it to these international program which is 2+2. Is there a possibility to do that?
Madam, we follow national education policy. We provide all kinds of flexibility, right? So you can withdraw from a 2+2. You can also join a 2+2, right?
Okay.
However, some of the credits may have to be earned. Now, suppose UNSW says that you have to do a certain course before coming in. Now, if you haven't done that course, then you have to do it before going. That's the only requirement. Otherwise, we allow all kinds of flexibilities.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Also, one more question is that I have applied for artificial intelligence and data science, wherein my percentile is 91.49, and I'm from Noida. So I will keep going in for the counseling, but is there a possibility that I might secure?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why not?
And how many rounds of counseling will there be, sir?
Madam, we don't have any fixed dates on this. What happens is this is all dependent on withdrawals. Now, we will try and fill all our seats on the first counseling, right? Which happens. Now, of course, there'll be withdrawals. So all the subsequent counselings are based on how many withdrawals happen.
Okay.
Right? So sometimes it could be 3, sometimes it could be 5, we don't know, right? So we will keep you updated, but the information will keep coming on our website all the time with emailers and everything. We'll keep you abreast with, what's going on, how many rounds will take place. So we don't have a fixed thing. It all is dependent on how many vacancies we have before the last date of admission.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, madam. Manat, go on. Manat?
Hello.
Ankita? Yeah, Manat.
Am I audible, sir? Sir, I am a
100%.
father of Mannat.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to know what is the probability of Mannat getting a seat. She is a resident of Punjab. Based on the 12th class marks, she has got 83% marks. She has got a 80.5 percentile in the JEE mains. And I am an army officer. What is the probability of getting a good seat in the Thapar?
What is the good seat, sir?
I mean, the CSC or EC, I mean.
Sir, I have really, when you say good seat, for me, every seat.
No, I understood. I take back my words. But like her preference, I'll just say her preference.
Her preference is what? Computer science.
Computer science or EC, sir. Electronic and Communication Engineering.
Sir, keep patience. I think if you go by last year's thing and by the last day, there's a good possibility of electronics for sure, right? We don't count +2 scores for electronics, right? We don't count it. It is only going to be on the basis of JEE mains. So touch and go, I really don't know, but you'll have to keep patient with it.
And is there any quota for a single girl child, sir, in the counseling?
No, sir, we don't have that quota.
Girl child quota is there, no? That is also not there.
No, we don't have, sir.
Thank you.
That is done separately by the DT. We currently don't have it. But any of the student willing to get it, they need to apply on a different Directorate of Technical Education portal.
So thank you.
Pula. Pula?
Hi, sir.
Short scholarship नहीं होती कोई?
Hello.
Pula, tell me.
Yeah, hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, actually, my daughter have 93 percentile in the board exams, and she having the session 1 JE mains 40 percentile only. Is there, how much chances are there, sir, to get admission?
In what, sir?
In ECOR branch.
Which branch? Which branch?
EC.
Sir, with 40 percentile score, there is no chance, sir.
Okay. On merit base, there is no chances?
Merit basis, you can only take an international program, not the regular program.
Okay, which program we can eligible, sir? For 2+2, you saying, right?
Yeah, that you decide whichever you want. I told you many options, right? Pick up any option, you will get it.
Yes. How can we choose that, sir? 2+2 also we're not yet get it confirmed. If you have any chances to 2+2
You have a
for
good
this
chance.
percentage.
You have a good chance of 2+2. I did explain to you the process briefly about how we're going to do it. Let me repeat it for everybody. The 2+2 international engineering programs admissions will happen after the regular counseling, which will be announced tomorrow or day after. Right?
Okay.
So that is our regular counseling. Then the 2+2 program will happen sometime in the week starting 25th. Right? Or maybe before. So we are going to send out an emailer to everybody saying that we are now opening the admissions to the international engineering program, and we will send a Zoom invite to all interested students. You join the Zoom link at the designated time, and we will offer you the engineering admission in the 2+2.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Rakshit Singh, what is his question? Rakshit Singh, huh? क्या पूछ रहे हैं? Rakshit, go ahead. Rakshit? Rakshit, बोलो बेटा.
So, my question was that what is the difference between CSE and COE branch?
Standard question. Very, very little, very cosmetic, to be frank with you. Very cosmetic, not much of a difference.
Is there any difference between the placements?
No, that also is not there. Oh, we have the head of placement sitting there, so let us ask her.
Hi, sir. No, there's no difference. Computer science overall as an umbrella, I see similar kind of placements because this umbrella represents a bouquet of skill sets, be it coding or AI, ML or data analytics or data science or business analyst. So there's a bouquet of roles which come, or cloud or system design, app development, which are common to the overall umbrella COE, CSE, etc. But some of them are also open for the branches like ECE and others. Now a lot of them are coming for other branches as well. I think for benefit of others. So this year we had great placements in, for example, JP Morgan, Amazon from biotechnology as well. So more and more as we are progressing, clients have been wanting to recruit across different branches. Recently, one of the top financial services company has reached out to include biomedical also as a part of the recruitment program. I think that was a wide answer, but I think everybody will appreciate that having an opportunity to be at Thapar is a great opportunity because it itself is a hallmark of quality of talent, which attracts recruiters to us, more than 600 of them year on year.
Thank you, Urmi.
Sir, I had one more question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so sir, I was really confused that you were talking about that incorporation of NVIDIA. So how is that included in our curriculum? Like, I was really confused. Like, is there any other classes, or those are included in our curriculum? We will learn something extra from it.
They are better, at least first, if you are going to study computer science or electronics, then you have 4 courses which you can choose, which are offered by NVIDIA as part of the curriculum. So you can choose AGI, you can use two, three other options that you have under NVIDIA. That's a part of the curriculum. Other than that, we are also making now talks with NVIDIA to offer 3 additional courses through their deep learning program. Now, NVIDIA has a deep learning program. We are in discussions with them. We want to make sure that all those 3 programs are offered to everybody by NVIDIA. So if you are studying electronics or computer engineering, there will be 4 courses anyway, which you can choose if you are interested in from NVIDIA's basket. Additionally, there will be 3 more courses, which are what we call as part of the literate program. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right. So I'm going to take 2 more questions now. The second last question. I'm asking Tanvi Grover to talk.
सर नमस्कार।
जी सर, नमस्कार सर।
सर मैं तन्वी का फादर बात कर रहा हूँ। सर जैसे आपने बताया कि ये जो 2+2 के प्रोग्राम्स हैं सर, ये तो जैसे ये आप कह रहे हो सर, काउंसलिंग ये 4-5 दिन बाद ही स्टार्ट हो जाएगी इसकी। अगर जैसे 1 साल के बाद या बच्चे का बनता है या पेरेंट का बनता है कि भाई 1 साल के बाद उसको 2+2 में जाना है, तो फिर सर वो मतलब जा सकती है उसमें?
मैंने अभी बोला सर कि हम फाइजर वे फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी देते हैं।
ठीक है जी।
आप 2+2 छोड़ भी सकते हैं, आप ले भी सकते हैं।
और फिर सर वो फीस जो आप कह रहे हो 1.5 टाइम्स सपोज करो 2 साल नॉर्मल दे, वो बाद में फिर सारी पे करनी पड़ती है सर?
हाँ जी सर, बिल्कुल। ऐसा तो फिर गड़बड़ हो जाएगी ना। फिर तो बच्चे कहेंगे मैंने 2 साल पे करी और इसने 6 महीने पे करी। वो तो हम लेंगे तभी एडमिट करेंगे।
ठीक है, मतलब 2 साल के बाद भी अगर कोई बच्चा चाहेगा तो उसको उधर शिफ्ट कर सकते हो आप?
बिल्कुल सर, कर सकते हैं।
और वो यूनिवर्सिटी कैसे डिसाइड होगी सर, वो जो आपने जो बताई है 4-5
वो आपने
ट्रिनिटी
डिसाइड
है?
करनी है सर, वो तो आपने डिसाइड करनी है।
अच्छा जी, अच्छा, ठीक 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 है, थैंक यू।
Last question I'm asking Yuvraj Singh because I like this name.
Hello.
हाँ जी
Good evening,
युवराज।
sir. Good
You are
evening,
my
sir.
favorite cricketer, Yuvraj. Tell me.
Thank you, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, actually, I have query regarding counseling
हाँ बता।
from last webinar. Due to some issues, I was not able to ask them.
हाँ जी।
Sir, जैसे like in counseling, which is tomorrow. Sir, you have सर जैसे कि आपने बोला कि एडमिशन के रिगार्डिंग जैसे ईमेल आएगी, तो सर जैसे फीस की मेनली मेरे रिगार्डिंग है कि सर फीस मतलब पूरी हमें वो करनी पड़ेगी?
हाँ जी सर, बिल्कुल पूरी पे करनी पड़ेगी।
पूरी सर,
उसमें
इंक्लूडिंग
कोई
हॉस्टल?
शॉर्टकट नहीं है युवराज, उसमें फीस तो पे ही करनी पड़ती है। एक पहले
इंक्लूडिंग
सेमेस्टर
हॉस्टल?
नहीं, मतलब फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर की फीस आपको पे करनी पड़ेगी जो मांगी गई है।
ओके सर, इंक्लूडिंग हॉस्टल फीस ऑल्सो?
नहीं नहीं, हॉस्टल तो आपकी मर्जी है, लेना लो नहीं ना, मतलब वो कोई
ठीक है सर। सर इन ऑनलाइन मोड और ऑफलाइन?
सब कुछ ऑनलाइन है। आपको आप जब आपका मन चाहे तब आना, जरूरत नहीं है यहाँ इन कामों के लिए आने की जरूरत नहीं है। हाँ, हम आपको इनवाइट करेंगे कैंपस देखने के लिए, आप आइए। यू विल लव द कैंपस, यू विल सी द ब्यूटी ऑफ
ओके
दिस
सर।
कैंपस। वो मैं आपको इनवाइट करता हूँ, लेकिन आप अपनी कन्वीनियंस से आ सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। इन छोटे छोटे
ओके
कामों
सर।
के लिए आने की जरूरत नहीं है फीस जमा कराने के लिए, वो आप ऑनलाइन पे कर सकते
ओके सर, वैसे सर ऑप्शन है कि ऑफलाइन हम पे कर सकते हैं?
हैं। ऑफलाइन मतलब कैश वैश?
यस सर। नो सर, लाइक चेक बैंकिंग?
हाँ, चेक, देयर इज नो कैश, बट यू कैन,
ओके
वी
ओके
विल
सर।
आल्सो गिव यू अ बैंक अकाउंट जहाँ पे आप अपना चेक जमा करा सकते हैं।
ओके ओके, मतलब ऑफलाइन भी हो जाएगा सर?
कुछ भी कर सकते हो जी, सब फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है कैश को छोड़ के।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
ठीक है सर।
यस।
लेट्स हैव लास्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम एसएपी मनोज सुराना, बिकॉज वो कह रहे हैं मेरा एक क्वेश्चन ले लो, मैं उनको जरूर अलाउ करूंगा। लास्ट क्वेश्चन। यस सर।
Am I audible, sir?
100% सर।
Thank you. Sir, want to understand that everyone is going for computer science and all private universities basically, or means the college like Thapar, college like different privates are there. They are normally having a good computer science records also, not the core branches. Someone told and like experts also told like if you want to go for core na, then better to go for IIT and IT. It means some good government college. How did you relate Thapar in for this particular question? Means आप अच्छा, I want a realistic answer for that because here also electrical guys would also moving towards computer science or like tech side.
Okay.
So that's what the answer question says. For core branch, what do you think about Thapar?
I would say core branches, it is even better. They have the legacy, they have the history. Our mechanical engineering graduates are possibly the most well settled group across India and globally, right? These programs go back to 1956. 70 years they have been in existence and have been doing well. And I can very proudly claim, I'm not going to compare it like one to one with anybody. It is no less than anybody else. No less. Maybe better, for sure. And that's not a rhetorical statement I'm making. That's a statement of fact. Now you might want to know how are you making that claim. Now that discussion may take a long time. Maybe I will invite you over to come and we can possibly take you around and you have a look around, see for yourself. And if you don't get excited, then it will be very disappointing for me, sir. That much assurance I can give you.
That's fine, but the placement records in the company is what I'm saying only for.
Yeah.
Other than computer science, what the main question?
Of course. So if you look at our mechanical engineering, what core program you might be interested in? Let me answer that question.
My word is interested in computer science, specifically not computer science, sorry, electrical and communication with VLSI.
Right. So I will ask Urmi to answer this question for you. She's our head of placements.
Yes, thank you, sir. So I think you talking about a couple of different areas, instrumentation. Then you talked about VLSI, which is chip design. Am I right in understanding the question?
He wanted to know what are the options they have for, say, electronics and communication students, especially in VLSI and other places.
Sure. So, for electronics and communication, there is a gamut of opportunity. First, because it's a part of overall circuit branches, as we call in the industry, which means that everything that comes for computer science also comes for electronics and communication. But specifically in electronics and communication core, the jobs are offered in different areas. One segment is chip design, VLSI. So be it Intel, ST Microtronics, Cadence, SanDisk, ARM, all of these top chip design companies have been hiring from us. In fact, we have been innovating our internship models for them. Second type of jobs that come in electronics and communication engineering are jobs which come from the telecommunication service providers, be it Jio, Airtel, any of these. The third type of jobs which come to the ECE wing come from companies like Cisco, Rakuten, and others. So primarily, there are four larger buckets. But yes, because the students of electronics and communication also do very well with analytics, so some of them also get into business analytics and other kind of roles.
So then again, they might be going in the software science. Okay, NVIDIA and Intel might be, but mainly focused on computer science hiring, right? Electronics wale log bhi, ma'am, please.
So yes, sir, I'm saying these are 5 types of roles they are eligible. Most of them go to, like I mentioned, chip design, Intel, NVIDIA, all of them hire from us. SanDisk, ST Microelectronics, Cadence. These are all globally the top chip design, VLSI design companies. Silicon Labs. In fact, their global heads are Thapar alumni. And some of them are also on board of studies of the university. So that's one bucket. Which you talked about VLSI, one area. It is a part of ECE.
NXP is one great example which has lot of students, which is VLSI company.
Yes.
And
NXP,
Tata Electric.
Yeah, so this is one bucket. Second bucket in electronics and communication, sir, is telecommunications, which is like these 5G platforms. So if it is Airtel or it is Jio, so they come. The third type of roles which come to electronics and communications are in networking. For example, Cisco, Rakuten, these routers and all which they make. So these are the third bucket of roles which come for them. The fourth bucket of roles, I'm saying they are also eligible for the roles which come for the other computer science branches, because that is a top branch. That is why most of the companies allow the students of ECE to also apply. So if they want, they also can go in for that. So they become eligible. And the fifth bucket is business analyst, because some of them may want to take up a techno commercial role. So they go into either business analyst or any sort of an analyst kind of a position. So 5 types of roles they're eligible for, including the core.
Thank you, Urmi. With this, I think we'll bring this session to a close. Umeshwar and Simran, we have noted down your lots of questions as they come in the chat. I'm very sorry that we will not be able to take all the questions because we have limited time and the webinar will close very soon. But we have taken all your questions, and you will get very soon answers from Umesh or Simran to your questions.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes,
Thank you, everyone, for your questions. And thank you, sir, for taking time to address all the queries. For any question with regard to admissions which have not been addressed, we request you to please write to admissions with s@thapar.edu. That brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you, everyone, for joining in today. Thank
Thank
you,
you
sir.
so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Meshwar. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Urmi.
ma'am.
Thank you.